Good afternoon. We're here at the European University Institute with Ambassador Tony Gardner, the US Ambassador to the EU. He's here with us today for a conference on EU security, foreign and migration policies, and we're delighted to have you here. Thank you for taking time to speak with us.
Thank you very much. Great to be here, it really is.
Many of the participants and listeners are master's students from the United States. They've come to Italy for 1 year to deepen their studies on the EU. And I'd like to ask you your impressions in general of what a study abroad experience, how it can enhance someone's understanding of Europe.
Fundamental. The first point I want to make, and I've said this before to visiting students that I have in Brussels, that Europe remains relevant. I know this is a basic point, and saying it here seems almost, banal. But a lot of the students I find, or some of them, are told by their parents or their friends, why study in Europe? Europe is the past. It's not the future. Asia is the future. What are you doing spending a year, 2 years of your life studying in Europe? My answer to them is Europe is relevant. I live that reality every day and will continue to be relevant for the foreseeable future. I think even more relevant for many reasons. And I mentioned a few of them. The EU is a critical partner of the United States, and I don't see that changing. It'll become even more so. So studying Europe and studying the EU will be important. The other reason, again, it may be obvious here, but not to the outside world, is that studying abroad gives one the tools to be mentally flexible for one's future life. It means to be at home in another culture, in another language, and personally, I have experienced just how useful that is. I've lived half my life in Europe. I've studied in the UK. I've studied in Rome. I worked in Paris. I worked in Moscow, in Munich, in Berlin, a number of other places. For me, it's been hugely satisfying from a personal point of view, but more relevant, it's also been hugely satisfying, rewarding from a professional point of view. I don't think I would have gotten this job without having that background.
I see. Well, thank you very much, and
Thank
I
you.
hope you enjoy the conference.
I'm sure I will.
And once again, thank you for coming to the EUI.
Thanks.
Thanks.